Hi, future Redbirds. This is Dr. Nathan Carpenter, Director of Convergent Media for the School of Communication. Let's take a tour of one of our newer specialized labs. On the second floor of Fell Hall here, we're looking at the Communication Innovation Center. It's a fairly new space. We launched it in 2018, and yeah, it's a really fascinating space, kind of unlike anything else we have really at Illinois State University. So when you go in, one of the first things that you will notice is that it's kind of a classroom split in half. One half of it is all these desks on wheels. They're really nice. I think they're from Steelcase. They're called Node chairs, and these are separated off then from another half of the room, which is a little bit more like a traditional lab setup with workstations. And the reason that we've done this is really to set up a collaborative work environment for a number of different classes that might either be media intensive, so especially those that might be producing media, but also those that really focus on a lot of collaboration. So some of our lab sections meet here. So courses that are lab sections out of Convergent Media Writing, they'll meet in this space. They have access to actually a laptop cart. You can't see it's actually hidden over here behind this door. But that allows these classes to do collaborative editing. And they all get access to the computers and the different resources that they might need to do that work. Other courses that might be in the space are, again, those that might be doing some intensive collaborative media work. So you can see all these iMacs set up right here. These are actually attached to these poles that go up into the ceiling that then feed over into a streaming media server that's actually hidden back here at the other end of the room. Back in this corner. And that media server actually can host up to, I think at this point, we've got about 50 terabytes of space for major video projects. And what's great is that these are all connected through a 10 gigabit line, which means that they are almost instant. I mean, when students upload footage, I mean, they're uploading hundreds of gigabytes of video, and they can all access it instantly. So it's really cool. You can have a bunch of different students working on the same video footage off of that server at the same time. So it just encourages a lot of, again, collaborative work, and it allows them the space to, again, work on really advanced high definition video. Now, one of the other things you'll notice in this space is that there are a couple of other rooms, these little studios off to the side. These are set up for, again, really advanced video work, or in some cases, audio work as well. So students who might be doing, again, a documentary class might use these studios. They are powered with iMac Pros, and they also have color correction available. So they actually have some specialized screens in those spaces to allow for advanced color work. And what's neat is it's the same kind of stuff that you'd run into in industry. And we have some faculty that do really good work teaching students how to do this more advanced level editing. One of these rooms as well also has 5.1 Dolby surround sound speakers set up. And so students that might be doing, again, more advanced documentary work have access to the tools to test and to experience sound as they might want to. Now, you probably noticed just a moment ago when I was in the back here, there are a couple of other features that I can highlight. One is, in addition to, again, this row of computers, we also have set up here a collaboration station, really similar to what you might find at the Milner Library or in some of the teaching stations over in the College of Education. And we have this here again for those classes and for some of the outside group work or open labs where people might need a space to collaborate, to test a presentation, to share some information. Sometimes when I'm working with students and the SMAC might be busy, I might come in here and we might be working on some computer programming or coding, and we'll use this space to kind of share some of the projects we might be doing. So again, it really fosters that collaboration and creativity. And then in this back section here, which we just looked at a moment ago as well, you'll see we actually have set up a mini green screen studio. And we've done this because part of the goal of this space is to provide comm students who might not necessarily be part of TV10 or part of WZND fused radio. It gives them the space to have production tools at their fingertips if they need it. So you don't have to be a member of any of those organizations to come into the CIC here and to do some of this production work. So what I love is sometimes we'll have students coming in after class hours, after there's a class meeting in here, and they will have this all set up with lighting kits and everything, and they'll produce some really great backgrounds and produce their own newscasts or their own interviews with other students, or again produce their own videos. And you'll also see here we've set up another station just in case people want to do advanced photography work. And so I've actually seen people do commencement and graduation photo shoots back here because it gives them the ability to change out these backgrounds and use some really cool techniques. Now going back to the front of the room here, you can see here are those rows of desks again. And again, what's great is that this is all mobile. Usually this room is like a little bit of controlled chaos where desks are all over, maybe in groups or maybe spread out in different ways to separate out different sections of a course. And right now we've got seating for about 26, but if we add in some of the other chairs, we're able to fit about 30 people in this room, so it can be pretty busy at times. And again, we'll use this space here for journalism courses, we'll use it for public relations courses, anything where there might be a lot of collaboration and writing or editing or media production all together in one space. And again, here you can see way back in this corner, we do also have a laptop cart that, again, provides some of the more advanced software that some of these courses might need. So we have the entire Adobe Creative Cloud available in all of the computers in this lab. So if students don't bring their own computers and they need it for this class, they've got multiple ways to access that software. And then finally, as we look around this room and we just kind of see everything again, this is a space that is not just for classes. This is a place that is also an open lab from time to time. And so we try to keep at least one day a week, usually Mondays, as open as possible so that, again, student teams, student groups, even individuals, if they want to just come in and use the equipment, it's all available for them right here in the space. And then the last thing just I want to highlight here for a moment is, again, that this space really serves students who might need to get equipment to do some of this advanced media work. And so right out here, this is actually my office over in this corner, and students can actually come here to check out camera equipment, whether those are DSLR cameras for doing photography work, or if they want to actually use some really advanced video cameras and camcorders. We have some of those available really on a first come, first served basis. In some cases, classes might be using them too. But the idea is that we're trying to provide students a way to access as many of the resources as they need to be successful media producers as well as consumers in our society. So thanks for sticking around for this tour. Feel free to ask any questions. Again, my name is Dr. Nathan Carpenter. I'm the Director of Convergent Media for the School of Communication, and my contact info is available on the School of Communications website. Take care.